Today, could we take the first step to progressing to the European competition proper? And also, we have a tough match in the Eredivisie. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 35 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eeredivise, in this case Waalwijk, as we try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have the fourth qualifying round first leg in the UEFA Champions League. Champions League? It's not Champions League, it's the Conference League against a Ukrainian side, Zoria. And then it's a Eeredivise match day 3 against Ajax, a tough match. We've had beaten them once early part of last season, but yeah, it's not going to be easy. The only saving grace is that we are at home. So that's all happening on today's episode. And don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. Let me know what you'd like to see me do next here on the channel. And of course, keep up to date of everything that's going on the channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Well, nothing's been happening since you were last with us because we have played no games whatsoever. We're going back to back at the minute with this European Conference League stuff going on. It does say on here UEFA Europa Conference League. Well, just to point out, I've just found out in doing some background work that actually UEFA from this season have dropped the Europa bit. So it's now entitled the UEFA Conference League, apparently. So there you go. You learn things all the time. Zoria is the side that we face in today's match. We are at home. They are a Ukrainian side. They have a 2.5-star reputation, and play in white generally. And they beat Utrecht by 3-1. Valur 3-0. I think they must have come through or got into this. It's a convoluted way of doing it. I think this is something that these now drop in sides that have got knocked out of the qualifying bit in the Europa League or something very similar, and then they play in this competition and so on and so forth. But yeah, we'll see. But we face them up first, and then it's a home match of both games at the Manor Makers against Ajax. Only beaten them once in this series so far, played them 4 times. The last time that we were in the Eredivisie, we lost 2-0 on both occasions to them. And then when we played them early part of last season, we managed to get past them 3-2. Thomas Castanaris getting 2 of the goals, Tijane Toure the other one. And they come back in the second half, but not enough to hurt us. Hato and Akpom, the scorers on that occasion, but we managed to hang on to that 3-2 to win that one, and obviously get our season off to a very good start. However, when we played them at their place at the De Kuiper later, or was it Ajax Arena, not the De Kuiper, the Ajax Arena, it was Steven Bergwijn, ex Tottenham, I think. He basically got the only goal of the game, 1-0, but it got that goal on 30 minutes on that occasion. Right, just a quick check up on injuries. Chris Lakessa is out with a twisted knee for 3 to 8 days. Stanovic has a gashed upper leg. He's out for 1 to 3 days. He's been out for a while, but he will be back in due course. Maybe not for the first match of the episode, but we will see where that leads us. Right, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to have a look at the side that will face Zoria in this one. We've got 3 players who can't be selected because we've not picked them, basically because we were struggling for players that were homegrown club. Ajax have a full squad. That's Ajax game, Mark. Wrong one. 7 players unregistered. We've got those 7 players are Tomezhnikov, Old Chika, Rozier, Beaton, Stewart, Delap, and Cars are there because they're on loan with us, on trial with us. And Chris Lakessa is doubtful with a twisted knee. Let's go and have a look at the side that will face Zoria. And here is the side that faces Zoria in this first leg of the UEFA Conference League. 4th qualifying round. Setford is in goal. Van der Beek, Martins Indy and Rekic are defensive line. Drambev and Hoover are the complete wing backs. Oaksonen playing between them. It's Latonda and Peter as the wide attackers. Bumuzudi is in between them. Romney continues up front. Then the bench looks like this. Vassen, Shrivers, Varro, Leveld, Kongaloo, Oakley, Hansen, Lemuri, Janssen, Toure, Stadnovic and Van Duren. And here we are at the Manor Makers for this European match. We're playing our, by now, familiar formation, revised formation at that. Not many in, by the looks of it, or not many of the Zoria fans anyway. They're playing a 4-4-2 today, and they don't have a full bench of substitutes either. And as the teams come out onto the pitch, Zoria playing in all white. Our first highlight comes 12 minutes in. It's Zoria with a long ball forward. Nobody there. Rekic is underneath it. Rekic. What's he going to do? He uses Martins Indy. Oaksonen. Rekic. Comes forward for Peter. Peter, who's got that ball. Back to Martins Indy. We're in their half. Van der Beek, Martins Indy. Oaksonen goes wide looking for Peter. Peter's there. He's got support from Hoover. Oaksonen, Rekic, whoever crosses in for Latonda. Latonda heads it in and he gets his second goal of the season and we take a lead on 14 minutes. Oaksonen, Rekic. It was a good ball. Whoever hung this one up, and Latonda finding the post and in. 15 minutes on the clock. A goal kick. Zebkov with the goal kick. So Latonda bringing it under control. Bumuzudi puts it wide. 21 on the clock. Free kick. Oaksonen with the free kick. And it's Van der Beek, Dario Van der Beek, his second goal of the season, our second on the night. And on 22 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. And what we don't want to do is do like we did against Sligo Rovers, where we took big leads and then gave them away in the second half. 35 on the clock. Whoever with a throw-in. Peter. Van der Beek out to Drambev. Drambev finds Latonda. Latonda goes on a bit of a run, but he's lost the ball. But whoever wins it back, it's fired forward, defended, but Rekic is there. Whoever. Oaksonen through to Peter. Ooh, just wide. And half-time has arrived. It's 2-0 at half-time. Goals from Latonda on 14. Van der Beek on 22, 10 shots, only 3 of them on target, which is a bit disappointing. 0.78 and 70% of the possession. They've had 2 shots right at the end of that first half, and they've not hit the target yet, but 0.10 and 30% of the possession. Maybe they'll find their feet. And with 48 minutes on the clock, Peter has picked up another injury. He was on 75 minutes coming back from a previous injury. He's picked up another one. Let's hope he's not out for too long. But we're going to have to do a replacement for him. And I think the obvious change is Emil Hansen. I don't think Stanovic is completely fit, so we won't try Stanovic at the moment. Hansen it is then on for Peter on 48 minutes. 51, Latonda with a corner. It's swung in. It's sort of headed clear. Oakston back to Latonda. Latonda finds Hansen. Hansen on the edge of the area. Martins Indy. Rekic. Van der Boij. Van der Boij creates the space. Van der Boij gets his second goal of the game. His third of the season. And on 52 minutes, we take a 3-0 lead. And we need to hang on to it. In the previous 2 European games, we haven't scored in the second half, so that's a bit of a change. That was well played by Van der Beek. Played that back off his foot, played it inside, got it onto his right foot, and put it away. Sorry, left foot. Saying his right foot, he put it on his left foot. 7 o'clock. They have and they've got one back. Demeto Bodna. And that from a throw-in, and they've cut the deficit, which is not what we wanted. And he gets up above the defender here. Who's the defender? It's whoever. Bodner comes away with it again. 61 on the clock. Oakston tracking back, though, stops the attack. Rekic. Martins Indy. Finds Oakston, and Oakston through to Romney. Romney puts it in the back of the net, and his fourth goal of the season, our fourth on the day, and makes it 4-1 on 63. It was straight down the middle of the park. Romney running onto it, and just power shot past Zubkov. And with nearly 70 minutes on the clock, making just one more change at this juncture in time. Drambev is off, and we've dropped Latonda back into that complete wing-back position. And Tijane Toure comes on in place of Drambev. 70 minutes on the clock. It's a goal kick out wide to Latonda. Latonda to Oakston. Oakston finds Toure. Toure, as a poor ball, has just come on and wasn't really concentrating. And we need to make sure they don't get on the score sheet again. Koval out wide, whoever's out there with him, but and Mashenko. And it's not looking good, but it's gone over the top. Good ball in. And goes flying over. And with 76 minutes on the clock, we're making our final 3 changes because we've run out of stoppage times. The changes we're making is Jacko Oakston, who's had a great day. He's come off. Patrick Verreau replaces him. We've taken off Bruno Martins Indy and brought on Kongaloo in defence. And our final change is in the attacking midfield. It's Ilias Bamusiudi. He's come off, and we've brought on Van Duren in his place. Romney dropping back into that attacking midfield role. I think he's probably better in that role as an advanced playmaker. He is, so we'll set him as an advanced playmaker. But apart from that, they are all our changes. Have a free kick, Yokalev, and Romney's there. Heads it on. Van Duren comes back and collects. We have a counter-attack on now. 18 minutes on the clock. Van Duren, he's had a shot and it's sort of got a deflection. It looked like it had a deflection anyway. And there's no more highlights. With 5 minutes added time, we've finished 4-1 against Zoria. Latonda after 14. Van der Beek on 22 and 52. They got one back on 58 to make it 3-1, but Romney scoring on 63 minutes made it 4-1 win over Zoria. We take a 3-goal advantage to their place. We'll see how we get on. They've got they have overturned Inter, I think, on a previous occasion, so we need to be wary of the away leg. But Dario van der Boij picking up a player of the match, a 8.6 for him, one key pass and 2 goals to his name today. We take a lead then to the fourth qualifying round. In the fourth qualifying round, we've got 1 foot in the competition proper. Well, first of all, the bad news. Peter is out with sprained ankle ligaments, 4 to 5 weeks. What was his last medical report? Out with a twisted ankle, so it's a reoccurrence of that injury. He was out 3 weeks in the last one. He's just made it worse. Maybe we shouldn't have played him straight off. Did say he had 75 minutes, though, so that's disappointing. So he is out a longer term, which is rather annoying. What we may well do, because he's out 3 to 5 weeks, we may switch him out of the squad, to be fair. We'll have a look and see how that all fits in due course. We will get a chance to tweak the squad for the Conference League. Highly polished performance, it says. Saw us run out 4-1 winners, which is rather good news. Right, we've got 3 days down to the game against Ajax. We will come back ahead of that with any more news for you. But for the time being, that is where we're at. So no more news to tell you as we face Ajax in this Eredivisie match day 3. Peter out with a sprained ankle ligaments, and we've got 3 players on trial. Ajax have a full team to choose from, and we've already checked this out. Lost to them 3 out of our 4 meetings. Just that 1 win at the Mandermakers last season. Can we repeat that today? Let's go and find out. And here is the side that will face Ajax in this Eredivisie match day 3. Setford in goal. Van der Boij, Martins, Indy and Lemuri are defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the complete wing backs with Oakson between them. Toure is in on the left. Stanovic replaces Peter on the right of our attacking midfield. Bazamodi continues between them. Romney continues up front. And then on the bench, it's Vassen, Shrivers, Varro, Leveld, Kongaloo, Oakley, Hansen, Rekic, Rain, Latonda, Beaton, and Van Duren. And our second home game of the episode, back at the Mandermakers, won 4 of our last 5, drawn the other one. And they have lost 1, won 1, and drawn 1 of the last 5, playing a 4-2-3-1 today, and they are 4th on 4 points. We are 6th on 4 points. Early days, of course, in the Eredivisie. Ajax playing in all black tonight, and we have a highlight from kickoff, which is never a good thing. Bergwijn sneaks in and wins that ball, and moving it around, and Taylor's in, and Taylor scores. And inside the first minute, 20 seconds, in fact, they go a goal up. That's not the start we wanted. And we've got to come back from behind, our way. Stepford beaten. It's always worrying when we have a highlight from kickoff, and it's even more worrying when we have a highlight from the restart. Oakson fires one forward looking for Drambev, and it's gone. It's been blocked though and cleared. Oakson had the right idea. Drambev all on his own out there. Drambev into the area, crosses this in, and it's Romney tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked. 19 minutes on the clock. Drambev with a throw into Van der Boij. Martins Indy out to Drambev. Drambev comes forward, and he's got the attention of Bergwijn out there, and Bergwijn wins the ball off him. Almost just said, give me the ball. And he did. Van der Boij heads that back in, but it's headed into midfield, and Vasco Bobry, Bergwijn, but it gives it away to Oakson. Martins Indy Drambev, can we drum? Oh, Drambev gives the ball away. I was just about to say, can we drive a counter-attack here? But no, we can't. Oh, but Touré's one in. Sneak that ball off them. Touré cuts it inside. Romney! Oh, he's put it wide. Deary me. Opportunity goes begging, and we need to, against a side like this, we need to be taking those opportunities. Romney. We have a corner. 24 on the clock. Stanovic with the corner. Ooh. Bullet header. Ball coming forward. Brobery. Hatto. Mansverk. And Touré wins that ball, but he's held up in following it up. Jordan. Mansverk. Goes out wide to Valesco. Valesco cross it in. And it's blocked. Oh, he's pumping around there. And Brobery puts it away in the end. Makes it 2-0 to Ajax on 39 minutes. It was saves, blocks, and all sorts going in. But the ball just fell wrongly. Valesco, it's into the area. First off, it's saved from Brobery. Youssef, so Setford saves it. Youssef fires one back in. Drambev makes the block. Boubre sort of taps it with the side of his foot and puts it in the back of the net. 2-0. 41 on the clock. They have a throw-in. Jordan with the throw-in. Bergwijn back to Jordan. Jordan back to Bergwijn. He's going to let loose here in a minute. And Setford, I don't think he knew much about that, but he did make the save. It was going in. Youssef has a corner. It's going to be an outswinger. Swung deep. Not cleared. Ball from the goal kick to Drambev. Van der Beek, Oaksinen. We could do with getting one back here before half time. We're in the first minute or two added on. Van der Beek back to Setford. Setford finds Lemuri. Lemuri is going to put under pressure by the Ajax player, Oaksinen. Martins Indy. Lemuri. Bamusidi comes forward. Crosses it in. Stanovic crossed it in, but he couldn't get the player. And they're on a counter now. Youssef crosses this deep, but Drambev is there. Pumps it back out, but he's only pumped it as far as Valesco. And Valesco puts it away. And they take a 3-0 lead at half time. Oh dear. We're going to lose this one. And it's looking pretty much a cricket score at the minute. Drambev just pumped this into no man's land, which was rather stupid. Put it back into the danger zone. Highlight from the restart again. We are in the third minute of two added on. Van der Beek, Oaksinen, Drambev. Drambev inside to Touré. Touré to Romney. Romney to Martins Indy. Martins Indy goes out wide to Drambev. Drambev over the top. But Mazzoudi, it's a save by the goalkeeper. We can't find a way past them. And that's got to be the last chance of the first half. We've had our chances. We've not put them away. And Masudi fires it. And Ubig. Well, we've been the better team in that first half. 9 shots, 4 on target for both of us. They hadn't, and towards the end there, they come on really strongly towards the end of that half. 1.62 on the XG for us, 49% of the possession. We're certainly not 3 goals different to what Ajax are. The only difference is they've put their chances away and we haven't. Well, the team had a good talking to at half time. 52 minutes on the clock, and Ajax backtracking slightly there from a free kick. First highlight of the second half. Big. As that ball comes forward and it's given away. But Masudi is there, but he's been tackled and given the ball away again as we try and win it back. 1, if we win it back, we've got to hang on to it. And 2, make our chances count. Mansverk. Youssef comes forward. We've got plenty of room, and Van der Beek gets a foot in. Keeps him at bay for now, but only temporarily. It's blocked. And Drambev clears the ball upfield. Youssef, it was blocked by Van der Beek, but Youssef got out there again. And Bergwijn, big danger man. Broberry tried to get a shot away, but it was blocked. And with 62 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes at this juncture in time, Jur Shrivers is on for whoever who's not having a good day out there. Also coming on, Emil Hansen has replaced Filip Stanovic. And the other change that we made is Masudi has come off. And we brought on Van Duren, who takes up the attack. And the Romney drops back into that shadow striker role. Change has not been made yet. Stanovic, Basmudi, and whoever still on the pitch inside to Masudi. But Masudi tries to make the cross. It's gone for a corner. Toure with the corner. Oaksonen, Hansen, Toure, back to Oaksonen. Martins Indy finds the net. First goal of the season for Martins Indy. And we've cut the deficit on 64 minutes. Well worked from the corner. It's a short corner. Oaksonen, Hansen on a decoy run as well. Toure pulled it back to Oaksonen. And Martins Indy getting his boot to it and tucking it past Erbig. Ajax come forward again. 65 on the clock. Put in. Couldn't win that ball. And we're in full attacking mode, and Youssef puts it away and restores the 3-goal lead. Just thought we'd perhaps broken them. And if we could have got a second goal back, made it 3-2, would have made it very interesting. But Ajax are Ajax, and they are a class above at the minute. Drambev with a throw on that far side. 68 on the clock. Drambev, it's been caught. You can't do that. Oh, dear. And Broberry is away. Valesco, I'm sure he's surprised he didn't do that. Shrivers makes the tackle. And the ball given away. Van Duren. And that's a poor ball by Van Duren. Looking for Hansen out wide. And Ajax on the ball again. As they look to come forward, and they're dangerous all over the pitch. And Oaksonen off his feet now. Need to be careful. Oh, and Toure's brought the player down, and he's going to get sent off. He's already on a yellow. And, well, there he goes. All we can do, having had Toure sent off for a second yellow card, he'll miss a game. And we'll move Romney out wide, but that's all we can do. I'm not sure if that's his inside forward is his best position out there, and that's what we're going to have to go with. And on 81 minutes, making our final 2 changes, we have brought on Terence Kongaloo in place of Dario van der Beek, and the other change that we have made is we have taken off Jacko Oaksonen, who was very, very tired, and replaced him with Patrick Varro. And it's all over. We've suffered our first defeat of the season, and at home, which is rather annoying. We weren't totally perplexed by them. It was just they were much more clinical in their finishing. 14 shots. I think it would have been different if we'd had Castanarius, perhaps. They've had 14 shots, 6 on target, 2.01. And 51% of the possession. We had 12 shots, also 6 on target, 1.97 and 49% of the possession. As I say, we weren't completely out of it. It's just that we didn't put our chances away, and we gave them opportunities which they shouldn't have otherwise had. A 4-1 loss then, and our first loss of the season. Not good. There is confirmation that Toure will be banned for 1 game. Missed the Eredivisie game against AZ in the next episode. It does suggest that actually he will be available to play in the Conference League, which possibly is good news. So we will see how that occurs in due course. We've dropped down to 8th in the Eredivisie by virtue of today's result. We've played in the early game. I'll tell you what, we'll come back when the other games have been played. And just like that, the other games have been played. So we are 8th in the table after that 4-1 loss to Ajax. And the only team with a 100% record now, FC Utrecht, beating PEC Zwolle to go first. Ajax are in second, Feyenoord in third, Sparta Rotterdam are in fourth, all on 7 points. There's Zwolle just outside of the European places in fifth place. Then Heerenveen are sixth, PSV are seventh. A load of teams on 4 points. PSV, ourselves, FC20 and Fortuna Sittard in the bottom area. Vitesse yet to get off the mark. Volendam have a point, and Excelsior are in the playoff place on 2 points on goal difference. That's how we end the episode. We're going to come straight back. We have the return leg against Zoria. Can we get through to the Conference League proper? We'll find out in the next episode. And then we need to put things right in the Eredivisie by getting a result against AZ. It's away from home, 1, and 2, we've never beaten them before in this series. So that could be troublesome in itself. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series, of course, bottom to the top as they are released. And new episodes Going Dutch released every Monday and Thursday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 36. It's out on Thursday. Until then, have yourselves a great week. We'll see you Thursday. Don't forget the other series out tomorrow at 4:15 as well. From the bottom to the top. Join me for that. Bye-bye.